That belongs in a museum.
Damage in hand right now for Tice, and even if the high main does come down, Inner is still preserving that sap, but he might be just considering the option of holding onto that damage and using the sap, because let's be clear here, Inner needs to find a way to race very, very soon, otherwise he's just going to lose to the Hunter hero power.
Yeah, Inner has just a single copy of Earthen Ring Farseer in his deck. There's Kill Command, but Tice has no beasts. He can use his hero power here, play out a high main, puts Inner to just 5. If Inner is not able to close out the game the next turn, or heal himself, Tice will have the win with that Kill Command in the following turn.
Yep.
But that's a big if. There's already a Auctioneer in play. He could also just not play the Savannah High Main
and use Deadly Shot instead.
He could use the Deadly Shot, which will reduce the possibility that Inner will be able to kill him on his turn. It gets a 1/1, but this also, not only that, but it also strands sap in his opponent's hand.
Yes.
Which means that that's one fewer cheap spell he can possibly play.
Yep. And there is no activator in hand right now for Cold Blood, which is the only spell that Inner's holding onto right now that is castable. So if he does have to lead off his turn with that, it does mean it's going to be an inefficient use of Cold Blood. But Tice is considering his options, seeing if there's any particular reason why he would want to kill Command now. It's like he is going to go ahead and do it. So he has turned his strategy face up. Inner knows exactly what the deal is. He is dead. He needs to either kill his opponent or find his Earthen Ring Farseer here to get himself out of this game.
Yeah, and he finds a Zeril, which can represent another shot at a card. Cold Blood will pick him up 1. There's Leroy.
Okay, so now we're talking in terms of damage. He has 11, no, he had 10 on board already. That 1/1 cannot attack. That's 16 with the Leroy. So he is a way too far off for lethal to be a realistic possibility.
And it's interesting, crucially, the fact that Tice chose not to play a high man has stranded that sap in Inner's hand. If Inner's next card is Earthen Ring Farseer, if Tice had played that high man, he'd lose the game.
Right, and there's also just the consideration that the Deadly Shot at the very, very least took 1 damage off the board, which is probably more relevant than that high main was ever going to be. It was just going to be Earthen Ring Farseer or bust to his opponent. He knew that. So, yeah, second Cold Blood is going to come down. Inner is going to continue to cycle, but he is on a drawing to nothing right now. This game is over, and despite that conceal at the end...
You can't conceal face!
Looking like the dream draw, face is still visible, even if it wasn't.
Oh, there it is! The last card.
So
Zadavada, just there to tease him. And Tice will take Game 5 and lead the series 3-2.
Yeah, you go. Even if you could conceal face, the Hunter hero power always knows.
Inner probably doesn't have a sap. I can just go in on this Edwin and end the game as quickly as possible.
And he has 15 damage right now. He has that second deadly poison that he can add to the first
and
one.
Eviscerate
as well. Eviscerate. Doesn't have the mana this turn, but if there are not dramatic answers picked up for Inner in the near future, Tice is going to close out this Rogue Mirror in unexpectedly quick fashion. Inner needs something serious very, very soon. He has Auctioneer and a Preparation in his hand, so miracles are possible here. The clue is in the name of the deck, but he's going to have to find something.
And Tice, despite this huge edge he has right now, taking his time. He doesn't want to miss anything. He's going to go ahead and attack the face right away, getting Inner down to just 7 life. And Inner will pick up Violet Teacher. That is not going to help. He has, as you mentioned, that Auctioneer. He can prep, he can find sap, but that's not going to be enough.
It's really not. Gadgetzan Preparation, Fan of Knives is his best looking play right now. That would allow a trade into the 10-6, but the Azure Drake would still remain on the board. Even if a Backstab was picked up, it couldn't do the 2 damage because the Drake was already damaged, but he sees no better option here. Shiv is picked up. That's not going to do anything better than Fan of Knives in this scenario. So unless Backstab is picked up here. Okay, so actually the Shiv first was sensible because it meant he could have picked up Backstab into Fan of Knives.
But it's too late!
But there's nothing there!
Tice is the Europe Spring Champion. He'll be going back to BlizzCon back-to-back years.
Wow, and that cry that came out from Tice was audible over here through my headset. He is a delighted young man right now. A repeat European champion. A valiant effort from Inner, just falling at the last hurdle, but no shame. Tice continuing his dominance as just one of the most dominant Hearthstone players we have seen in our game's short lifespan.
And look at the champion.